CECOT. Inside the world's most brutal prison, where fear, hunger, and survival define every day. El Salvador has long grappled with pervasive gang violence, primarily attributed to notorious groups like Mara Salvatrucha, MS-13 and Barrio 18. In response to escalating crime rates, the government initiated a series of measures to restore public safety. A cornerstone of these efforts is the establishment of the Terrorism Confinement Center, Centro de Confinamiento del Terrorismo, or CECOT, a maximum security prison designed to incarcerate the nation's most dangerous criminals. This document provides a detailed examination of CECOT's inception, construction, operational dynamics, and the ensuing domestic and international reactions. The roots of El Salvador's gang crisis trace back to the Civil War era, 1980-1992, which prompted a mass exodus of Salvadorans seeking refuge, particularly in the United States. In Los Angeles, Salvadoran immigrants formed gangs such as MS-13 and Barrio 18, initially as a means of protection. Over time, these groups evolved into formidable criminal organizations. Deportations of gang members back to El Salvador in the 1990s and 2000s led to the proliferation of these gangs within the country, exacerbating violence and crime. By 2015, El Salvador's homicide rate soared to 103 per 100,000 inhabitants, making it one of the most dangerous nations globally. In March 2022, President Nayib Bukel's administration declared a state of emergency, suspending certain constitutional rights to facilitate a crackdown on gang activities. This initiative resulted in over 84,000 arrests, significantly increasing the prison population and highlighting the urgent need for expanded incarceration facilities. To address the burgeoning number of detainees and alleviate overcrowding in existing prisons, the Salvadoran government embarked on constructing a new maximum security facility. In July 2022, plans were unveiled for CECOT, envisioned to house up to 40,000 inmates, making it one of the largest prisons globally. The construction was completed in a record 7 months, and the facility was inaugurated in January 2023. Located in Tecoluca, San Vicente, approximately 74 kilometers southeast of the capital, San Salvador, CECOT spans 116 hectares, with 23 hectares dedicated to prison buildings. The complex comprises 8 cell blocks, each fortified with advanced security features, including 19 watchtowers, high-intensity lighting, thermal cameras, and 4 layers of perimeter walls equipped with electrified fences carrying 15,000 volts. The facility also includes workshops and factories intended for inmate labor, administrative offices, an armory, and infrastructure for water treatment and backup power. CECOT received its first cohort of 2,000 inmates in February 2023, followed by subsequent transfers that increased the population to over 14,500 by June 2024. The prison primarily incarcerates individuals affiliated with gangs such as MS-13 and Barrio 18. The facility operates under stringent security protocols. Inmates are confined to overcrowded cells, each designed to hold over 100 individuals but equipped with only 80 bunks, lacking mattresses, and limited to 2 toilets and 2 sinks per cell. Prisoners have restricted movement, with minimal time outside their cells and no access to rehabilitation programs. Communication with the outside world is heavily temporarily curtailed. Inmates are denied visitors, and court hearings are conducted via video conferencing. The prison is secured by a contingent of 600 military personnel and 250 police officers, supplemented by custodial staff from the Directorate General of Prisons. Inmates at the Terrorism Confinement Center, COT, receive minimal and highly controlled meals. The government has not disclosed the exact menu, but reports suggest that the food consists of simple basic meals designed to meet only the bare nutritional requirements. The meals are intentionally kept plain to discourage any sense of comfort or privilege among the prisoners. Inmates receive limited portions of food, often consisting of rice, beans, tortillas, and sometimes a small portion of protein, such as eggs or chicken. The food is distributed in a controlled manner, with security personnel ensuring that no inmate receives extra portions or hoards of food. Unlike prisons in other countries, where inmates can purchase snacks or better food from a commissary, CECOT inmates do not have this privilege. Domestically, CECOT has garnered substantial support. A survey conducted by CECOT in March 2023 indicated that 96.4% of respondents favored the prison's construction, reflecting widespread public approval of the government's hardline stance against gangs. Many Salvadorans perceive CECOT as a necessary measure to restore safety and order, especially in communities previously terrorized by gang violence. Internationally, CECOT has been a focal point of both interest and criticism. Human rights organizations have expressed alarm over the prison's conditions and the broader implications of El Salvador's anti-gang policies. Concerns include reports of overcrowding, inadequate medical care, allegations of abuse and torture, and the absence of due process for many detainees. The Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights highlighted the unnecessary and excessive use of force by Salvadoran security forces during the crackdown. Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International have documented instances of arbitrary arrests, enforced disappearances, and deaths in custody, cautioning that the government's approach may lead to significant human rights violations. The prison's massive capacity has also been a point of contention. Human Rights Watch criticized the facility for exceeding the recommended prison population size, referencing the United Nations standard minimum rules for the treatment of prisoners, which suggest that prisons should not hold more than 500 inmates. Critics argue that such large-scale incarceration does not address the root causes of violence and may perpetuate a cycle of criminality. In a notable development, President Buchel offered CECOT as a facility to incarcerate dangerous criminals from the United States, including deported migrants with criminal records. This proposal was discussed during a meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio in February 2025. While the offer underscores, I am Jojo Uwimana. Thank you for watching KJ Pro TV.